How are you doing? I'm
I'm
Andres
doing
from
good.
Ruta.
How
Cool,
are you today?
cool. Fine. Well,
You have
thank
a
you.
beautiful apartment.
No, it isn't my apartment. I'm at my university right now. I had classes, so I had a little time to do this interview. So I'm very grateful that everything came up.
You're not in the middle of class right now.
No, no, no. I'm at lunch break. Yeah, I'm at my
Okay.
lunch break. Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, because of that I'll try to keep my camera off because of internet
Oh, right. Okay.
instability. Okay, so yeah, I'll shut down my camera. All right, so yeah, now that we can start, I want to start with the first question. Well, the discography of Yo la Tengo has moments of calm, like Big Day Coming or Damage. Another where the noise take the spotlight, like Blue Line Swinger. How do you manage to balance these two sides within your records?
Well, I think it's just life. I mean, I think those are, and it's funny you picked those two songs because,
They are my
uh,
favorite ones.
but part of damage to, I would say for me, and maybe the group would agree with me, there is that noisy, it's quiet noisy, but there's a lot of
Mm,
noise happening like beneath the surface. So uh,
yeah, exactly.
it might be quiet, but I'm not sure how calm it is. And then Blue Line Swinger on some occasions, if like at an acoustic show,
Okay.
or sometimes we have played that song as a pretty acoustic song. I mean, it's really I think a very beautiful song that the beauty is buried under a lot of noise usually when we're playing it live, but it's there when the occasion seems to call for pushing it closer to the front.
Yeah. And well, now that I mentioned those songs, is there maybe like any chance we can hear them live? Maybe Damage or Blue Line Swinger?
Well, where are you right now? Where is
Yeah, Chile. Yeah, I'm from
Oh, in
Chile.
Chile? It's possible. It's possible. Probably not at the festival, but we're going to do that the free concert, and
Yeah.
we'll we don't know what we're going to play yet, so there's always a chance until the concert ends, and we didn't do it.
Cool. Cool. Well, yeah, I'll try to get to the free show you're doing, but definitely I'm going to the festival one.
Yeah.
So I'll be really excited about that. All right, next one. Yeah, I talk about these two type of noise, the sounds you guys made. So over the years, do you feel your sound has leaned more towards one of these facets?
Um. uh, well, I don't. Maybe. I think sometimes. I'm sorry. I'm going to even answer that question a little bit by going back to your first question because you brought up Big Day Coming,
Yeah.
and and the quiet version which you referenced was the way we wrote that song, and we were
Hmm.
working with our friend Fred Brockman, and at the time as like a producer, and he was the one saying you should do a rock version of that song, and
Oh yeah.
I think maybe he wanted us to replace the quiet version, but we kind of took what he said as an interesting challenge and came up with the rock version. And there were a lot of false starts. I remember saying to him, we tried, we can't do it, and then we were actually in the recording studio when it was like, wait, I think we have one more idea, and that became the second version. And I'm not sure anybody but the band members were thinking that both versions would be on the record.
Hmm.
Um, and so I think sometimes, or a lot, we don't necessarily think of the song as quiet or loud. It's just the way it's being played in the moment. You know, I said that about Blue Line Swinger. We're capable of playing it
Mm.
quietly. Big Day Coming, there's a third version of that song. We play all three of them. So I think, I mean, we do love to play quietly, but then when you see us play live, it seems we have quite an affinity for playing loud too. So I don't know how to answer that any more definitively.
Well, yeah. Well, that you mentioned Big Day Coming, I love both versions. I think they are really cool on the same album. Really, really cool how it sounds. Well, next one. What does consistency mean to you? You're a band that has never stopped releasing records and touring.
Uh, yeah, I I don't know if you can hear George's laughing in the background. um, I think, well, again, I'm gonna answer your question. And I'm gonna take a long way to get to the answer, but for starting with the record Painful, we didn't only work with Fred Brockman, but we worked with Roger Mutno, and then continued to work with Roger until Popular Songs, which was, I think, 17 years later. And one of the things, I mean, we loved working with Roger for a variety of reasons that were personal to him, but one thing that wasn't personal to him was the consistency meant that we had a shared language. We had worked together so many times that I think for me, and I think for all of us, it made it easier to do things differently because we weren't starting from scratch every time. We were just writing the next chapter, and it made it easy to do things, to change things up. So I think that's one of the things that's positive about the consistency is that it gives us the freedom to be inconsistent. We
Mm.
don't think our records sound that similar one from the up to the next.
Yeah.
I think they all sound like they're the same people making them, but the way that they change from record to record and song to song, I think maybe paradoxically is due to the consistency. That's why they're inconsistent.
Cool. Cool.
Translate
Thank you.
that.
Yeah, I'll do. I'll do. Yeah, no problem with that.
Okay.
Well, next one. I don't usually listen to remixes, but the ones of Autumn Sweater by Music and Kevin Shields are some of my favorites. So much that they made me want to buy the CD single of Autumn Sweater. So
Uh-huh.
how did that collaboration come about, and how do you feel hearing those reinterpretations of your music?
Well, we in 1991, I think, or 92, we toured with My Bloody Valentine right before they stopped playing for so many years. And
Wow.
we were, there were the band Buffalo Tom and us were the two opening acts. And we did 8 or 9 shows. I think they did more, but we did 8 or 9 shows.
Mm.
And, you know, we were already gigantic fans of My Bloody Valentine, and they were so much fun to be with. And we had such a great time. And it gave us the, the we thought maybe we could get Kevin Shields to do that remix, and we were very fortunate that he did. And I can still remember hearing it for the first time and being just having my mind blown by how what he had done with that song and how exciting it was. We for many years we adapted our live version to try to incorporate some of the things that he put on the remix, and it was we're so, we'll be forever grateful that he did that. The musique one, I think that one might have come more from Matador. We were very open to the idea, and as we've already talked about this, as people who reinterpret their own songs so much.
Hmm.
We it was like part of that was to allow other people to interpret them as they hear it, and so that was very exciting. I mean, that's that was those are. I'm glad you have that record.
Yeah, and I'm also bought the Tom Courtenay CD single. I'm just waiting that it arrives at my home. So yeah, I love collecting, especially the CD singles. They are so special, I think.
Well, yeah,
Um,
I mean it's fun. It's fun to come up with these things, and that okay, and figuring out what we have lying around that would enhance
yeah,
a version that a fan might want to hear. Yeah, that's I think that's one of the things about being such avid record buyers and
mm,
listeners, that it's very easy to put ourselves in the mind of record, the people listening when you're putting those things together.
yeah, exactly. I think it's much fun to uh, have it physically, read all the lyrics, book sheets. I don't know. It's very emotional for me to have
Mm.
those things physical instead of a streaming service.
Yeah.
Well, now that we are a little bit running out of time, I would like to ask. Well, we just had the news today of the sideshow you are giving. So, what can you tell me about these two shows you are going to give? One by sideshow in the park, and the other one at the festival.
Well, the festival shows we do are generally um, more maybe more conservative. They tend to be the songs that we think the crowd might know, and the songs that are more popular. It's we'll be playing to a lot of people who may not know the group, and may be waiting for the next band, or still thinking about the last band. So we don't quite feel like we have the freedom to play the way we do when it's our own show. So
Oh,
we'll see. But on the by the same token, to be doing a free show, that will be interesting too. The side show, because people who are curious but don't necessarily know the band, it's an easy way to come hear us. So
exactly.
we'll have to sort of feel how that one goes. A lot of it is just reacting in the moment. Even if we have a set list, how we treat the set list is there's a lot of freedom.
Cool. Yeah. Well, I'll try to go to the free concert. Well, although it's free, there's also like a limit ticket that people can get, and it's basically gonna be like, I don't know, like a contest kind of
Oh, I
thing.
see. I didn't know that. That makes
Yeah,
sense.
it's gonna be very like randomly who can go there. If you bought the ticket to the festival, you had a chance to go to the sideshow. So yeah, I
Gotcha.
hope luck is by my side and I can go to your sideshow.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we will probably, it'll either be mostly different. The sideshow will either be mostly different in terms of the songs we play from the festival, or maybe
Mm,
completely different. It's very possible we
cool.
won't play any song at both shows.
Well, yeah. All right. Super excited about that. So okay, I'll turn on my camera and hope my internet does not fall. So okay, Ira, was so nice talking to you, and yeah, hope to see you soon in about um, 14 days, I think, two
Yeah,
weeks.
really soon. Really
All
soon.
right.
All
I
right,
hope
do
we
your
can see you.
homework.
Yeah, I'll do.